How y'all doing? I'm Z here again, guys. Today we are here testing the StreamLight ProTac HL. I got it mounted on my XDM 40 Smith & Wesson by Springfield Armory, and we're just going to see how it takes the recoil off of a 40. See how it works. Just testing the recoil. Interesting. Flashlight's still working. A little disappointed in this mount though. This mount, not so good. This is it's a nice mount as far as it's holding a flashlight, but it's not staying on the gun. This is a CAA, made in Israel. It's all some kind of poly nylon plastic or something. Not doing a very good job of staying on the gun. Let's try it on a different gun and see how it works. Alright. My Mossberg 535. Got it loaded with Remington double-aught buck 2 1/4. Let's see how the flashlight works. Flashlight's still working, but this mount is shit. Man, I thought I found a really nice mount. Wasn't all that cheap. I mean, it wasn't super expensive. It's about $40, or sorry, $30 maybe. And I know that's not all that expensive, but come on. I paid $10 for it. I've seen them upwards of 40. Alright, I got her back on. You see, flashlight's still working. Got a couple more rounds in here. Well, that was 5 rounds of double-aught buck plus 16 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson. The flashlight is a solid performer, but this mount must be for frickin' airsoft. But I bought it at a local gun shop, so Yeah, that's pretty crappy. Not very impressed. It's got a lot of really cool features, this mount. I've got it tightened on right now, but you can actually rotate the flashlight to wherever you want. It is quick detach, as we found out several times. I didn't know it was quick retouch due to recoil. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed in that. The flashlight itself is staying nice and tight in it, but you know, it's not staying on the gun, so that's an issue. But the flashlight is taking a lot of recoil. So let's make sure all the functions work. There's your strobe. There's low. Back to high. So, yep. This has so far been a pretty darn good flashlight. Let's put it on, see if that mount responds any differently on the AR-15. Alright, I've already put 5 shots to this. Just didn't do it on camera. I had some steel targets over there I wanted to hit as I was walking out. But so far so good on the AR. So let's see how she does with the rest. Huh. It didn't even attempt to move on the AR. So it seems like this mount is good enough to handle the recoil of, those were 5.56, not 2.23. So it'll take 5.56 on an AR-15. And the flashlight, still working. Flashlight's doing phenomenal. The flashlight mount apparently works well on an AR-15. I've got it attached to Magpul MOE Picatinny rails. So perhaps I should run it through. Run a few more rounds through just to see if it stays on the AR. So I'm going to walk back and get another magazine. Alright, let's try another magazine. She's doing really well. And the mount's staying on, no problems. So the CAA flashlight mount, don't try to run it on a 40 Smith & Wesson, but definitely not a shotgun mount. Something I use for a shotgun mount that I found to be excellent is just some old Millet scope rings, 30mm scope rings. That's how I usually mount a light to my shotgun. And I got that laser light shotgun Picatinny rail attachment on there, and that thing's been excellent as well. But yeah, this was all about the StreamLight HL. The ProTac HL just kind of turned into a mount video instead of the flashlight video though. So you guys are getting 2 for 1 today. Flashlight's been through 90 rounds of 5.56. The 5 rounds of double-aught buck and 32 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson. And it's doing fine. And that's just today. I have actually shot this before, this flashlight mounted on some steel rings, like I said, on my shotgun before, but not with double-aught buck. I probably ran about 20 rounds of number 7 birdshot. And still working. It's hit the ground here several times as it fell off. No problems. So flashlight I'm good with. StreamLight ProTac HL, it's a 600 lumen. Also has strobe function and goes down to, I forget what those lumens are, but it's got a low light setting as well. I can run in those details later if you wish. I also have another video up on this flashlight as well in the night. I just don't have a lot of opportunities to do night shooting. Because I work so early in the morning, I'm usually in bed before it's dark. And by the time I wake up, it's too late to go out and shoot. I live out in the country, but there's still people that can hear that kind of stuff going on. And, you know, I don't want to disturb my neighbors. But yeah, if you want to see how the light actually performs, as far as the brightness, go check out my other video. I think it's, I forget what I call it, the StreamLight ProTac HL versus the Phoenix TK15 and TK11. TK15 was my go-to weapons light. I love the TK15. I still love the TK15, but this thing is a lot brighter than the TK15. A lot brighter. It doesn't have as many functions, and the functions aren't quite as easy to actuate as they are on the Phoenix. The level of brightness that this thing puts out and the area that it illuminates is a lot better. Of course, it is a 600 lumen versus, I think that's a 350 lumen with the TK15. But the TK15 has been a solid light. I've shot that on shotguns, I've shot that on my AR-15, and never had any issues with it. It is a weapons light. They actually make a pressure switch for it, so I have no problem recommending the Phoenix TK15. But if you want something with a little more light, I don't know if they make pressure switches for these. I'm not sure if it's actually meant to be used as a weapon light, but it works as one, as we can see. So there you go. That's all I got for you right now. You guys have a good one. Iron Monkey Z signing out. Peace.